Across India, from urban high rises to rural towns, one image is becoming increasingly common. Young people, eyes fixed on their screen, fingers scrolling endlessly. What began as a way to connect and share has for many turned into a habit that shapes thoughts, moods, and even brain function. The impact is subtle at first: a little less sleep, a little more distraction, but over time, this constant engagement can influence mental health in ways that are easy to overlook, yet deeply significant. Studies reveal the scale of this shift. In southern India, research found 36.9% of college students met the criteria for social media addiction linked to issues like disturbed sleep and heightened anger. Surveys indicate about 60% of children aged 5 to 16 in India may be developing digital dependency. Teens and young adults commonly spend 3 to 7 hours a day on social platforms, often extending into late night hours. These numbers are not just statistical, they represent millions of young lives where digital engagement is influencing daily choices, emotional stability, and personal growth. Social media platforms are not just random collection of posts. They are carefully engineered to hold attention for as long as possible. The more time people spend on them, the more data they gather and the more ads they can show. This design creates what many call the scrolling trap. Here are three main ways it happens. First, reward learning and habit loops. Every time someone gets a like, a new follower, or a funny video, the brain releases a small amount of dopamine, a chemical that makes us feel good. But here's the trap: the rewards are unpredictable. Sometimes there's a lot of likes, sometimes none. Sometimes the next post is hilarious, sometimes it's boring. The unpredictability keeps the brain curious, much like playing a slot machine. This is why people often check their phones just for a minute and end up scrolling for half an hour without noticing. Second, heightened vigilance and social threats. The brain is wired to care about what others think. When someone sees a negative comment, feels excluded from a group chat, or notices friends hanging out without them, the brain treats it like a real life threat. This can trigger feeling of anxiety or restlessness. In the past, these threats were rare and happened face to face. On social media, they can happen multiple times a day, every day. This often leads to more checking as people look for reassurance. For example, opening the app again just to see if there's a new positive comment to balance the negative feeling. Third, reduced co regulation and human connection. In person interaction, like talking to a friend, hugging a family member, or laughing together, helps calm the nervous system. This is called co regulation, and it's one of the most natural stress relievers for humans. Online chat and likes can mimic connection, but they don't trigger the same calming effect in the brain. When digital interactions replace real life contact, stress can build up without the usual relief that face to face connection brings. Over time, this can make people feel more isolated, even if they're talking to dozens of people online each day. The Indian context. While these effects are global, Indian youth face unique pressure that can amplify the risk. Intense academic competition. Social media magnifies comparison about grades, internship, and achievements, adding to performance pressure. Family expectations. Navigating identity while balancing cultural and family values can be stressful, and online spaces often becomes arena where this tension plays out. Validation economy. Platform rewards appearances of success, from lifestyle display to curated achievements, increasing pressure to present a flawless image. This combination of cultural norms and digital design can make it harder for young people to maintain a balanced relationship with technology. Mental consequences. A growing body of research connects heavy social media use with mental health challenges, anxiety, and depression. High rates are constantly reported among heavy users. Poor sleep quality. Late night usage and blue light exposure disrupt sleep cycle. Lower self-esteem. Constant social comparison erodes self-worth. Academic impact. Distraction and reduced focus can affect performance in school or college. It's important to note not everyone who uses social media heavily will experience these effects, but the risk increases significantly with overuse. The mental health impact isn't just about number of hours spent online. How those hours are spent matters. Passive scrolling, consuming content without interaction can lead to feelings of emptiness. Social comparison, measuring personal worth against curated online images fuels dissatisfaction. Exposure to harmful content includes cyberbullying, misinformation, or unrealistic beauty and lifestyle standards. Building a healthier digital life. First, digital hygiene. Set clear, screen free times during meals, before bed, and first thing in the morning. Use built in app timers and limit push notifications to reduce impulsive checks. Second, intentional use. Replace automatic scrolling with activities like short walk, stretching, or creative hobbies. Keep track of mood changes before and after social media sessions. Third, cognitive reframing. Remind yourself that most online content is carefully selected and edited. Challenge thoughts that arise from comparison by asking whether the full picture is visible. Fourth, family involvement. Develop shared technology rules within households. Encourage open conversations about online experiences rather than strict monitoring. School and community initiative. Integrate emotional literacy and digital wellness education into curriculums. Create peer-led discussion spaces where students can talk about online pressures. Professional help when needed. If symptoms like ongoing anxiety, poor sleep, or declining performance appear, consult a mental health professional. Hybrid models, in-person therapy supported by digital tools, have shown promising results. Early intervention for young children. For children aged 5 to 16, early habits are key. Start discussion about what they enjoy and what bothers them online. Encourage offline play, group activities, and hobbies. Monitor usage without turning it into a source of conflict. Social media is not inherently harmful, but excessive and unbalanced use can gradually shape mental health in ways that are difficult to reverse. In India's high pressure environment, creating intentional boundaries is not just advisable, it is essential. The goal is not to disconnect from technology, but to ensure it supports well being rather than undermines it. A mindful approach can protect mental health while still allowing young people to benefit from positive connections the digital world can offer.